What's up, my people? Welcome once again to another episode of the Certified Genius Podcast, brought to you by Genius Minds, straight out of the Genius Minds studios in Los Angeles, California. You know, we film this podcast every Tuesday. And today just happens to be Veterans Day. So I want to dedicate this podcast, this show, to all the veterans out there, past and present. We appreciate your service. So happy Veterans Day to all the veterans, past and present. We salute you right here on the Certified Genius Podcast. Happy Veterans Day. Yeah. So here we go. We just got done with week 10. Week 10 of the 2025 NFL season. You know, I really started this podcast so I can vent whenever my team loses. It's a way for me to get it off my chest. So, we're going to do the recap of week 10. And I wasn't a happy camper because my team lost. Anyways, welcome once again to the Certified Genius Podcast, presented to you by Genius Minds, straight out of the Genius Minds studios in Los Angeles, California. And remember, there's a genius in all of us, so find the genius within you. Every single one of us have genius level talent within us, but you got to find it. All right? That's what Genius Minds is all about, because everything starts in the mind. And you have genius level talent within you. All right? Here we go. Today I'm sipping on a sea moss smoothie. Somebody asked me, where do you get your sea moss from? Do you get it from the sea? No. I get it from a company called True Sea Moss. I get the gel, the sea moss gel from True Sea Moss. And this one is for immune support. So big shout out to True Sea Moss. And the reason why I got the one for immune support is, you know, the winter season is coming up. That's when a lot of people get the cold, get sick, get the flu. So now is the time to boost your immune system. Get ready for the cold months ahead. But anyways, here we go. Recap of week 10. And like I said, my 49ers laid an egg on Sunday. We got our butts kicked. No, I'm gonna keep it real. We got our ass kicked from the LA Rams at home in our house. 42-26. My Niners laid an egg. Our defense can't stop a nosebleed. We got Robert Saleh as our defensive coordinator. And for some reason, he can't devise a scheme to slow the other team down. So disappointing. Robert Saleh, you're supposed to be the defensive guru. And I don't want to hear no excuses. Oh, this person's injured or that person's injured. Nah, to hell with excuses. I don't want to hear no damn excuses. Oh, Nick Bosa is injured. Fred Warner is injured. This person's injured. To hell with that. You're a defensive coordinator. You devise a scheme. You watch film, right? You sit down with your defense. You watch film. You watch tendencies of the LA Rams, Matthew Stafford. Yes, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. But as a defensive coordinator, you're not going to completely stop them, but you can slow them down. Devise a scheme to slow them down. And when you can't stop the run, and then you have wide receivers and tight ends just running wide open on every play, that's a level of incompetence that just doesn't sit well with me as a 49ers fan. You got to devise a scheme to slow the other team down. Yes, you're not going to be 100% perfect, but still, you got to get stops when you need to get stops. Our offense, on the other hand, was rolling. My man, Mac Jones, threw for 3 touchdowns and over 300 yards. Our offense is fine. I personally believe Mac Jones is better than Brock Purdy. But that's a whole other subject for a whole other day. But my defense, come on. That was atrocious. It's like you don't watch film and you don't practice. That's what it looked like to me. You're getting paid millions. Yes, I understand we have some injuries, but that's no excuses. Next man up. Next man up. Every single one of you are getting paid millions. Next man up. And if you're filling in for someone that's injured, this is your opportunity to shine. This is your opportunity to show the coaching staff of the Niners or other teams that's watching, hey, I can ball too. And then it'll be your turn to get that big contract. So I don't want to hear no excuses. They're all professional athletes. You don't make it to the NFL if you're a bum. So I was highly disappointed in my 49ers this past Sunday. Highly disappointed. Even if we have lost the game, by a field goal or something, we kept it close, I could live with that. But to lose 42-26 on your home field is embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. So yeah, I'm venting today. Happy Taco Tuesday. Coach G is venting today. Because my Niners lost. Embarrassingly. Anyways, that's it for my venting with my Niners. Here we go. Last night, Monday Night Football, we had a close one with the Eagles and the Packers. What's going on with the Packers? The Packers lost last week to Carolina at home. Now they lost to the Eagles at home on Monday Night Football, 10-7. Green Bay, your offense, what's going on there? Your defense came to play. You have one of the best defenses in the league, but for some reason your offense is just not up to par. Unbelievable. Green Bay Packers losing at home 2 weeks in a row. They lost to the Eagles 10-7. Then on Sunday Night Football, we had the Pittsburgh Steelers coming to LA to take on the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers put it on them, 25-10. Aaron Rodgers was a shell of himself. He looked slow. And the Chargers put it on him, 25-10. Then we had the Washington Commanders at home with no Jaden Daniels. He's injured after dislocating his elbow. They got blown out at home by the Detroit Lions, 44-22. The Detroit Lions put it on him. Detroit Lions 44, Washington Commanders 22. Then we have the Arizona Cardinals going to Seattle, taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks blew them out 44-22. The Seahawks are for real. The Seahawks are for real. And they have a big game coming up on Sunday against the Rams. The Seahawks are for real. We move on. The Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Houston Texans in Houston. And the Texans put it on them, 36-29. The Houston Texans defending their house, beating the Jacksonville Jaguars, 36-29. Then we have the Baltimore Ravens going to Minnesota and beating the Minnesota Vikings 27-19. Lamar Jackson is back, and he's back with a vengeance. He was injured there earlier in the season, but he looks healthy now. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens are back. The Ravens beating the Vikings in Minnesota. And we all know how hard it is to win on the road. To go into Minnesota against a well-coached team, beating the Vikings 27-19. Then we have the New York Giants, who just fired their coach, deservedly so. New York Giants went to Chicago to take on the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears protected the house and won that game 24-20. The Giants have a really good young rookie quarterback, Jackson Dart, but they're running him to the ground already. And I think that's one of the reasons why the Giants fired their coach yesterday. So the Chicago Bears beat the Giants 24-20. Then we have the New England Patriots going into Tampa. I watched that game. That was a really well-played game. The New England Patriots going in Tampa Bay and beating the Buccaneers 28-23 against Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. The New England Patriots are back. They had 20-something years of Tom Brady. I think he had 6 or 7 championships. 6 championships with the New England Patriots. And it took a dip when he retired. But now they are back. They got their quarterback. And they got their coach. Drake May. He's the real deal. So I feel sorry for the Buffalo Bills and the Jets and the Dolphins in that division. You went so many years with Tom Brady just wrecking your dreams year in and year out. And now you got to deal with Drake May. Patriots are back. They're 8-2. One of the best record in the NFL. Patriots beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 28-23. And then a surprising loss just threw my whole parlay out the window this past Sunday. The Buffalo Bills got embarrassed by the Miami Dolphins. I had the Bills winning that game. Unbelievable. I mean, just an embarrassing loss from the Buffalo Bills. The Miami Dolphins put it on them. 30-13. 30-13. I don't know what's going on in Buffalo, but something ain't right. When you have Josh Allen, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and you can only muster 13 points, come on, man. And your defense just didn't come to play. Just like my 49ers defense, we didn't come to play this past Sunday. The Buffalo Bills defense did not come to play. And they got their ass kicked, 30-13. We move on. The Cleveland Browns go into New York. And the New York Jets beat them by a touchdown, 27-20. The New York Jets, 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 beating the Cleveland Browns, 27-20. I don't know what's going on in Cleveland, but yeah. Dillon Gabriel is not that guy. So why don't you give Shedeur Sanders a chance? It's just a level of incompetence in the Cleveland Browns organization is why they continue to struggle year in and year out. Give Shedeur Sanders a chance. Let's see what he got. We already see what Dillon Gabriel gives you. I know he's a rookie, but he's not that guy. So why not give Shedeur Sanders a shot? Let's see what he got. Come on, Cleveland. Do the right thing. So let's see what Shedeur Sanders have. And then at the end of the season, you can say, okay, do we need to draft another quarterback? Or do we need to give one of these young rookie quarterbacks another shot in preseason? So it's just a level of incompetence with the Cleveland Browns that just rubs me the wrong way. So the New York Jets put it on them, 27-20. Then we have the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints went to Carolina and beat the Carolina Panthers 17-7. That's another one I didn't see coming. Because Carolina just went in Green Bay last week and beat Green Bay. So how you let the Saints come in your house and beat you? 17-7. Come on, Carolina. You're effing up my parlays. If you're a gambler, go to Gamblers Anonymous. 1-800-Gamblers Anonymous. Then we have the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Indianapolis Colts. I think this game was in Berlin. The Colts put it on them, 31-25. The Indianapolis Colts are 8-2. They are rocking and rolling. 31-25 over the Falcons. Then we have the Broncos and the Raiders. The Raiders went in Denver and played them close. The Broncos won that game 10-7. So there you have it. A recap of Week 10 of the 2025 NFL season. I'm still pissed off that my Niners lost. So, let's see what happens in Week 11. Let's see if we can bounce back in Week 11. So we did the recap for Week 10. Now we're going to make our predictions for Week 11. My Niners is traveling to Arizona to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Now, Arizona just got embarrassed by Seattle, in Seattle, in Week 10. So now my Niners got to go to Arizona in their house. I know they're going to be pissed off. Well, both teams should be pissed off, because both teams got their ass kicked. My Niners did, and Arizona did. But we was at home. Arizona was on the road. But still, both teams should be pissed off for getting blown out in Week 10. So this segment is called Who You Got? Who you got in Week 11? I'm going to take my Niners to go in Arizona and win that game. I got the Niners. Who you got? Then we have the Jets. The New York Jets going to New England to take on the New England Patriots. That's an easy one. I'm going with the Patriots. I got the Patriots winning that game. Who you got? Then we have the Washington Commanders going to Miami to take on the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins just beat the Bills big time at home. Now they have the Commanders coming in with no Jaden Daniels. I'm taking the Dolphins to win that game at home. Who you got? Then we have the Chicago Bears going to Minnesota to take on the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings just lost at home against Baltimore. Now they have Chicago coming in. I'm going to take the home team to win this game. I'm going to take the Vikings to win this game. I'm going to take the Vikings to win this game. I'm not saying it with my chest, though. But I'm going to take the Vikings to protect their house. Then we have the Cincinnati Bengals going to Pittsburgh to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. I'm going to take Pittsburgh to win that game. I'm taking the Steelers. Who you got? Then we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Buffalo to take on the Buffalo Bills. The Bills just got embarrassed in Miami. This is a tough one. The Bills just got embarrassed. The Buccaneers also lost at home to New England, to the Patriots. Wow, both teams are 6-3. Do I go with Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers, or do I take Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills at home? I'm going to go with the home team. I'm taking the Buffalo Bills. Who you got? Then we have the Los Angeles Chargers flying across country to go to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. The Chargers taking on the Jaguars in Jacksonville. I'm taking the Chargers to win that game. I'm taking the Chargers to win that game. Then we have the Green Bay Packers taking on the New York Giants in New York. The Giants just fired their coach. Their quarterback, he's been hit so many times. He's taken a lot of bad hits. And he's a rookie quarterback. So I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers to go in New York and win that game on Sunday. Then we have the Carolina Panthers going to Atlanta to take on the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to take the Falcons to win that game at home. I'm taking the Falcons. Who you got? Then we have the Houston Texans going to Tennessee to take on the Tennessee Titans. I got the Houston Texans winning that game in Tennessee. And then the game of the day, in my opinion, my humble opinion, the Seattle Seahawks in Los Angeles to take on the Los Angeles Rams. It's a tough one. But I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks to win that game against the Rams in LA. Who you got? I have a lot of Rams fans out here that don't want to hear this, but it's just my humble opinion. I'm taking the Seahawks to win that game. Then we have the Kansas City Chiefs going to Denver to take on the Denver Broncos. Denver has one of the best defenses in the NFL. But I have Patrick Mahomes for the Chiefs or Bo Nix for the Broncos. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes on the road to win that game. I got the Chiefs winning, beating the Broncos in Denver. I'm rolling with the Chiefs. Who you got? Then we have the Baltimore Ravens going to Cleveland to take on the Cleveland Browns. Lamar Jackson is back. The Ravens are rolling. I got Baltimore winning that game. But I'm hoping somebody in Cleveland is watching this. Give Shedeur Sanders a chance. Let's see what he got. Let's see what he got. It's a home game. You're at home. That's the best time to give a rookie quarterback a chance. Let's see what he got. But I got the Ravens winning that game no matter what. Who you got? And then Sunday night football on national television when everyone's watching. We got the Detroit Lions going to Philly to take on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. The Detroit Lions taking on the Eagles in Philly on Sunday Night Football. I'm going with the road team. I'm taking Detroit to win that game. In Philly. In a hostile environment. Against the defending Super Bowl champions. I'm taking the Detroit Lions to win that game. And last but not least, on Monday Night Football, I won't be watching. I'll be on the beach somewhere. We have the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. I almost said Oakland Raiders. We got the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas. I'm going to go with the Cowboys to win that game. But I won't be watching. No need to. I'll be in Ventura Beach, hanging out with the folks, sipping on a glass of wine on Monday night. So there you have it. Our recap and our predictions. Our recap from week 10 and our predictions for week 11. There you have it. Once again, this is the Certified Genius Podcast. I'm Coach G, your humble servant. Ask me any questions, I will tell you no lie. This podcast is brought to you by Genius Minds, straight out of the Genius Minds Studios in Los Angeles, California. Remember, there's a genius in all of us, so find the genius within you. And before we go, I'm going to talk a little NBA. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a basketball coach. And my Lakers are 8-3. Luka Doncic putting on a show. We are 8-3. We're off to a good start without LeBron James. Me personally, I think it's time for the LeBron James era in LA to come to an end. If I was Rob Pelinka, the general manager, I would trade him. I would see what we can get back for him, whether it's, I doubt we'll get a first round pick, but if we can upgrade our talent around Luka, around Austin Reeves, around DeAndre Ayton, if we could upgrade the roster, with some 3-and-D guys that can shoot the three, and guys that can, play lockdown defense on the other end against, really good guards or two guards, or three guys forwards in the league. But I don't think Rob Pelinka has the balls to trade LeBron James. But me personally, I would trade him and Bronny. Send them to Cleveland and get something in return from the Cleveland Cavaliers. But that's just wishful thinking on my part. I know the LeBron James fans are going to be like, oh, that's blasphemy. That's blasphemy. He's the king. He ain't my king. Anybody that knows me knows Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Those are my kings. They're Mount Rushmore. Okay? That's just my humble opinion. Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. And it stops there for me. Plain and simple. But the LeBron James fans gonna go crazy. But he's there. He's at the end of his career. He doesn't play any defense. He needs the ball in his hands. But we have Luka. And Luka is the star of the show. And we're off to a great start. We're off to an 8-3 start without LeBron. When he comes back, I see us going backwards, in my humble opinion. But like I said, he doesn't play defense. He's 41 years old. He doesn't play defense. He's not, a great three-point shooter. and he needs the ball in his hands. But the ball is going to be in Luka Doncic's hand. He's the star of the show. Plain and simple. So yeah, that's my take on the Lakers situation. Everybody have their opinion. And then tomorrow night, we got to face the best team in the West. We got to face the defending champions tomorrow night in OKC, taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder in OKC tomorrow night. It's going to be a tough one. So that's my take on the NBA. The season is still young, so I'm not going to go crazy or get too in-depth with the NBA season right now. After the football season, yes, we start getting in-depth in the NBA. But for right now, it's still early in the season. Same thing with college basketball. My North Carolina Tar Heels won a big game the other day against Kansas. So, but like I say, it's still early in the season, so I'm not going to get too in-depth or go crazy. But I just wanted to give you all my take on the Lakers situation with LeBron James being out and the Lakers off to a great start at 8-3. So yeah, there you have it. Another week, another episode. Follow us on YouTube at Certified Genius Podcast. Subscribe, and I'll send you some free Genius Minds gear. This episode was dedicated to all the veterans, past and present, especially the ones that was in combat. Takes a lot of balls, to go in combat and come back alive. I salute you. All the veterans, I salute you, past and present. So a very happy Veterans Day to all the veterans. You are appreciated. Thanks again for watching another episode of the Certified Genius Podcast. And remember, there's a genius in all of us. So find the genius within you. Until next time, stay safe and stay blessed. Peace and love.